Does OSUD have certifications to get into the trades?
Yes, we have a bunch of different ways that you can. We have business certifications. Aside from those medical ones, one that I teach specifically is Office Administration Technology. It's a great entry level business course where I teach you how to be a business professional, how to connect to business professionals. But the secret of how to connecting to them is learning their language, and that's what we do in Office Administration Tech. So even things like like a business introductory, we have a certification for that.
Trades. So electrician, plumber, AC repair, all of that stuff. Right now, Honolulu Community College is where you want to go. They have the apprentice program for those trades. And if you're interested in pursuing that, like welding and all of that stuff, that's where you would go. Either that or you got to be able to get into the shipyard at Pearl Harbor to get a job and get trained for that. But they're also connected with the apprentice program at Honolulu Community College. So right now, you want to go trades, HCC is the place to go. What if we're not interested in the medical field?
We mentioned that we're willing to meet with students just to kind of talk to them and see what it is that they'd be interested in or just what their interests are. And then from there we can do a planning session and say, hey, well, these are the other types of certifications that we have at OSUD. And then we can see if those fit, or like what Tad mentioned earlier, maybe we say, hey, it's not at Leeward Community College, OSUD. Maybe it's at Leeward or Windward, or like Tad said, at Honolulu. But if we're right next to you, and so call the office and say, hey, Glenn said that he'd do a blending session with me. Tell your friends. And the office will say, hey, Glenn, they'll send up the bat signal and say, we have some students that are interested in learning about options. And I'll fly right over there in my not Batmobile, and we'll sit, talk story, or I'll call you. I don't know how the COVID works. I haven't done this in COVID world. Maybe we'll do a Zoom or a WebEx. But any one of those things, I could do a planning session with you, friends, family, and then we could see what we can come up with. Because again, we have 1 hour. It's not a lot of time to help with everything. But I'm hoping, and exactly what's happening is, hey, you guys sound like you know a lot of stuff. Well, I have these other questions. That's why we're here, guys, is to say, hey, if you want help, we want to help. Whether we have it or not at OSUD, we want to help you figure it out.
He wants to go for an apprenticeship at Pearl Harbor, but he's a little worried about the schooling. So, Josh, I kind of echo what Glenn says. And part of the reason why Ashley's doing this, I know we're heavy on the healthcare side right now because that's where the jobs are. That's how we get our certifications. But we belong to the University of Hawaii system. That's 10 colleges, community colleges, universities. They all have something to offer. I'd say even if you want to go for apprenticeship, so a little bit of background about me. Before I got this job, I tried to enter the apprentice program at Pearl Harbor. I didn't get hired, but I had to go take the test and I went for an interview. My brother actually is 42 years old and he just got hired at the shipyard. Um, if you're concerned about the apprentice program and going through the schooling, I'd say you need to prepare now to make sure that you're a good learner. So, whether you're doing these certifications with us or going to college, you need to make sure that you're going to be a good learner because you're going to need that even at some place like the shipyard. Sometimes guys think that, oh, we just go over there and all you got to do is the manual labor and learn how to do stuff. But it's actually quite technical. You're going to have to be prepared for that. So the more you know, the more you're going to build that confidence and you're not going to be worried about the schooling part of it, right? So, like Glenn said, part of the way we do things at OSU, especially now during COVID, is we're trying to pay close attention to our students' needs. We've always done that, but we're putting more of a focus on it now. So, what I would encourage you to do, because we all have been in the workforce for 10, 15, 20 years. Even though it might not be in the field you're interested in, we can give you good advice and we can help point you in the right direction.
We also have a class at OSUD called Thrive that really is helping you build your confidence in getting workforce ready. And the office administration class is also that. So those are two examples of certificate classes,
Yes.
a month and a half, 2 months long, where you can come hang out with me and some other people that are just like, oh, I'm unsure of how ready I am for work. We'd say, hey, let's come play some games, learn some skills, learn how to put it on a resume, and then that way you'd feel more confident even applying for the apprenticeship program. Maybe we'll even invite some apprenticeship people to come talk to you about it. And that's that, and it's tailored to the students in the class.